Riding your bike here in Japan is not as easy as it looks. Today, me and Adam are going to talk about some of our personal experiences and how we see riding a bike in Japan and how it's different from the US and Canada. So we're going to start this whole thing off by going back to the young days of MJ and Adam when we first came to Japan and asked about our bicycle history. Adam, when you came to Japan, did you have a bike?
Yes. Within the first 2 weeks, I got my bicycle.
Okay. Now, there's a few different types of bikes in Japan, and there's a new style of bike that we don't have in North America called the mamachari.
Oh,
right?
yes.
That we, in many years ago in Speak Up Radio, we coined this papachari.
Papachari,
right?
yes.
Because we see many guys, papas, ji-chans riding this mamachari. So I think we gave it an updated name to be more universal.
Yes.
So we had a papachari. And was that your first bike?
That
or
was
did you
my
have
first
a road
bike.
Ooh, okay.
After the papachari, I got a road bike.
What were you looking for when you were getting that papachari?
I think just the price, because I went to one of those used bicycle shops. It was like, this was in Osaka as well. So there was one shop near my apartment, and I would pass there occasionally, and they had a couple of different bicycles, but the range was like Ichimaen to like Gosen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Used bikes.
Used bikes, yeah.
All used.
papachari.
Nice.
So I just wanted one that worked and that looked okay. Mine was red, my favorite color, and it cost me like Gosen.
I think this is, from my memory, if it serves me correctly, everybody, I'm pretty sure the first bike I had was also a used bike that I got.
Yeah.
And it might have been Gosen. It might have been. For me, it was like, I want to not buy an expensive bike. It's just going to go here and there, really easy. It needs a basket because I'm probably going to use it for groceries and stuff. So that's why the basket one was something that we wanted. And in North America, I never had a basket. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. You can put stuff in here.
Not only a basket, but a rack at the back too.
That you could add an extra basket if you bought a new basket.
Yeah.
Put that in there. Very versatile, very, very useful. So now when you started riding this bicycle, were you asking anybody about the rules of the road? Did you just get on and be like, charin, like, here I come, Japan, like without any worries, any cares?
Basically, I just got on the road and started riding around, and I tried to follow what other people were doing, observe where they're parking their bicycle. Things that I thought were important was having a light on the bicycle. And those papacharis, they have that generator light.
Oh, the coolest.
The coolest.
The faster you go, the brighter
it gets. Yeah. I think that's about it. Just making sure it worked. And
okay. And then learning from your environment. Seeing the other people and how they would ride. I think also throughout these years and stuff, some of the rules have changed. Example, when you mentioned where people park their bikes, like I remember when I first came to Japan, I was riding a bicycle and you could put them anywhere, like in front of the shop. There was no specific place really to have like a bike being parked. There was no parking lots.
Right.
There was no like kind of like coin parking for your bicycle that you put in like they have nowadays. So it was a lot more free, I felt. And
I thought so too, yeah.
I believe I was like you, Adam. I didn't really think about the rules. I was like, I know how to ride a bicycle. I've ridden a bicycle in the US as well. So I know, how to be careful, how to ride with traffic and things like that. So I thought I was fine. No matter how many hours you're looking in a textbook and listening to podcasts, watching our videos, if you don't speak English, you're not going to be able to improve your English communication skills. Listening is one thing, speaking is another. That's why I do one-on-one English sessions. We can talk to each other no matter where we are in the world or in Japan, and I can help you with your English speaking. Everyone has different communication styles and speaking habits, and sometimes you're just not sure of the right word to use. So in our one-on-one sessions, it gives you a safe place to practice the English you've been studying so hard for. So if you want to take your English to the next step, check out the description down below for a free Taiken session that you can do with me for the one-on-one sessions. So in this time when you were riding your bicycle, Adam, through the many years, I know you've upgraded your bike and stuff. You had a road bike for a while. Was there any time that you got in trouble for doing something illegal while riding your bike?
I haven't gotten in trouble, but I did learn a few lessons because that time for the road bikes especially, a lot of people were, and mine was what they called a pisto, fixed gear, single gear, one speed. Right, like when I got my bike or around the time I bought my bike, people started having accidents with pisto, specifically pisto bikes, because
the fixed gear.
Fixed gear, they have no brakes. Usually the brake is like the pedal. So as fast as you pedal,
have to slow yourself down.
You have to slow yourself down by actually pedaling backwards to kind of stop.
Almost. You have to have a lot of experience with this bike to be able to ride it safely and properly, especially in a metropolis where there's a lot of cars and a lot of stoplights and people.
Yeah, and those bikes can really go like super fast, especially in Tokyo where there's a lot of hills. There's been times where I was just flying down the street, empty street, and out of nowhere a car just pulls out into the road. And I remember,
and you don't have normal brakes, normal brakes to stop,
no helmet, no knee pads, nothing. It was like fast. I was going fast, dangerously, where my heart was like, "Oh, I'm going fast," and then all of a sudden the car comes out. So I put the brakes on and I started sliding, and I was going so fast that I slid so fast, my tire burned, and my tube inside the tire, inside the wheel, popped. And I had a big hole across the tire. I had to change my wheels. But that's,
you didn't hit the car.
I didn't hit the car, but I almost died. One time I was riding my bike around Harajuku. I didn't have a light on. I had the light, but it wasn't on. And I was just riding slowly down the street. And a police looked at me and he did this. I was like, oh, yeah. He's like, put on your lights. So I realized like I need to put on my lights. Which before, I don't think it was that necessary. Like they didn't really enforce it so much. But I think after, when I got my road bike and I was also moved to Tokyo, I feel like it was more strongly enforced. Like people were getting tickets for not having a light. And people actually stole my light off my bicycle. Somebody stole it. So I was upset.
Jeez.
And my last lesson that I learned was about parking in and around the station. Usually there was signs, but the place where I parked didn't have a sign where there should have been a sign. So my bike got taken and impounded. They cut my Rokusen lock.
Wow, to move it.
Yeah, the chain lock to move it. And then I was just like, there's no sign. He said, oh, Aruyo, like all the way on the top of the road, there was a sign. So it just means like that whole area, doesn't matter where the sign isn't, that whole area is no parking. Those are my encounters for bicycles.
Yes. So it sounds like you had your fair share. And it sounds like, comparing it to me, which I can't remember anything that happened. Maybe, you know, when I'm riding on a bike and I'm heading towards someone who's also on their bike coming towards me, we're like, where do you go? You go left, you go right. For me, I never went to Tokyo like you did. You know, comparing it to living in Saitama where there's a lot less people, less cars, less foot traffic probably in a small area, that the chances are lower for me compared to someone in Tokyo or in a bigger city to have this kind of accident happen. So I'm not sure exactly if anything has happened with me and the law where I needed to get a ticket for some bike involved incident.
One more thing though, I did learn as well is that having your bike registered is also part of the law.
Yes, that's a good one I totally forgot about.
And I remember this because I purposely put my registration sticker underneath the bicycle, like not on the front
where
of
it
the
usually
frame.
is.
So the police would always stop me and ask me like, "Where's your registration?" and I would lift up the bicycle and say it's under here because I figure that if somebody stole my bike, who's to say they're not just gonna peel off the sticker and go away with it, right?
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
it
you
was like
found a
my
hidden place to
yeah,
put it, kind of.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's one thing that I also didn't understand. Like, why do you have to, if you're selling your bike, change ownership of the bicycle?
Seems like a great way to have responsibility for whose
Yeah.
bike it is, and
Right,
you have
right.
safety, like, this is my bike, you can tell it's like a license plate for your bike.
Yeah.
But then when you're trying to get rid of it, it
Right.
can be a little bit of a hassle
Or
when you're
if
going
you're
through that process.
riding your friend's bike and the police stop you and you're like, no, it's my friend's bike. They're like, oh yeah, call him.
What's
It's
his
just more
name?
of
It's
a
like,
hassle.
oh
Yeah.
man, I don't know.
He's not
We
that
just
much
call
of
him
a friend.
Peachan.
Yeah.
Like, what was it?
Yeah.
I don't know his real name. Let us know down in the comments below. Have you rode a bike overseas and had questions about the rules of the road? Some rules might be similar to Japan, but some might be totally out of this world. Like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more of me and Adam talk naturally to help you with your English language skills. We'll see you on the next step.